The objective of this lesson is to determine a fractional amount in a set model or determine the whole given the fractional parts using money as a context. Can you think of some situations where things are shared equally or come in sets of 10? We have 10 fingers and 10 toes. There are 10 digits in a phone number. There are 10 bowling pins per lane. And there are 10 pennies in a dime and 10 dimes in a dollar. In previous lessons, we used models to show different fractional amounts. Now we're going to use coins to represent fractional amounts. If a penny is 1/10 of the whole, how many more pennies will it take to model the whole? We know that the denominator, 10, tells us the amount of equal parts, which is tenths. So we need 9 more pennies for a total of 10 tenths. What would a model of 8 tenths look like? If we show the whole of 10 pennies, then we can separate 8 of them to show 8 tenths. What coin would make the whole if a penny is 1/10 of the value? It takes 10 tenths to make a whole, so 10 pennies would equal 1 dime. How much of a dime is 2 cents? 2 cents, or 2 pennies, would be 2 out of the whole 10, or 2 tenths. Now let's take a dime. If a dime is 1/10 of the whole, how many more dimes would it take to model the whole? Just like in the first example, the denominator tells us the amount of equal parts, which is 10, so we need 9 more dimes for a total of 10. What is the whole if a dime is 1/10 of the value? If the dime is 1/10, then we would need to count by 10 10 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That would be 10 dimes, a dollar, or 100 cents. Therefore, 1/10 of a dollar is a dime. If the whole is a dollar, what would 3 tenths represent? 3 tenths would be 3 dimes. What fraction would 8 dimes represent? 8 dimes would be 8 out of 10 total dimes, or 8 tenths. Now let's take a dollar. If a dollar is 1/10 of the whole, how many more dollars will it take to model the whole? Just like the previous 2 examples, the denominator of 10 tells us there are 10 equal parts, so we need 9 more dollars to make a total of 10. What is the whole if a dollar is 1/10 of the value? If the dollar is 1/10, then we need to count $1 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or $10. Now let's take a nickel. If the nickel is 1/5, how many more nickels does it take to complete the whole? Since 1 nickel is 1/5, then to make the whole we need 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. It takes 5 nickels to make the whole. What fraction describes 3 nickels? 3 out of 5, or 3/5. What is the whole worth? 5 nickels are the same as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 cents, or 1/4. Your child will continue to explore and look for patterns of fractional amounts with money using the following charts, 1 for tenths and 1 for fifths. The objective for this lesson is to determine a fractional amount in a set model or determine the whole given the fractional parts using money as a context. We met this objective by modeling different representations of a whole, using different money amounts, and understanding what fraction the whole represents and why it changes depending on the money used.